Hello guys, welcome to this video. So for quite a while now I wanted to start you know YouTube channel and making videos on fragrance, as it's been like a really passion of mine for quite a while now, and as I've lurked around YouTube and like in some corners on the websites, I said, hey, why not do my own thing? So here I am. First and foremost, I want to say I'm sorry for the quality of the video, and I'm sorry for the light. Those are technical difficulties that I'm still figuring out, and you know, it's a progress. Um, Today has been a really, for the most part, warm, really nice weather, but somehow it turned gloomy, windy, rainy, and I thought, what a better time to start and sit down, relax, unwind, and talk about fragrances. Now, as you can probably see by the title, is that yes, I'm gonna talk about fragrances for women that I actually wear. Now, it might come off as strange to you, might be totally fine for others. As you can see, I'm not the most stereotypical guy out there. I just like to wear whatever smells good to me. If it's a male fragrance, women's fragrance, unisex, it smells good, I wear it. But these just happen to be the most complimented fragrances that are typically for women that I wear and that people have reacted positively to it, right? So it's 5 of them. Now I'm not ranking them as my number 1 is my favorite, number 5 least favorite. No, this is not my favorites fragrances, although some are on this list. It's just that I'm you know writing down these fragrances, how people have reacted to me over the time. So without further ado, let's start with number 5, right? And number 5 would be a fragrance that among the first female fragrances that I dived into and got myself a full-size bottle of, is a pretty classic one. It's really, really well known. It's been for a while now, and I think it's one of the most oftenly and commonly used fragrances, and it's by Viktor and Rolf Flowerbomb, of course. I mean, it's just like the perfect starting out fragrance if you want to get into it. You don't know where to start, and it's pretty damn safe fragrance. Yes, it's a little bit overused, I would say, but honestly you can't really go wrong with it. I mean, it's just perfect. Now, most of this list is for this upcoming late autumn winter season. I would say this fragrance I have smelled and seen people use it at random points and in time throughout the year. Whether it's spring, summer, winter, or fall, I've smelled this fragrance like most often. And I wear it myself. Now, it comes off as like, starts off really floral, of course, Flowerbomb, but I just get sugary bomb with some flowers that are been dipped through sugar, and it's just really, really gorgeous. Gorgeous. You know, opening is up with a little bit of a tea, bergamot. But I must say, I don't get the tea and osmanthus as I've seen it's been listed. I just get directly flowers. I think I go, like my nose goes directly into the mid notes, which are orchid, jasmine, you know, orange flower, rose. It's really, it just goes directly there. You know, I think my nose kind of avoids the top notes. For some reason, I don't pick them up a lot, like the tea and bergamot, maybe ever so slightly, but that's about it. And then it dries down into really, really gorgeous vanilla with a little bit of a patchouli. I don't get musk from this, but again, it's just how my body reacts to it. I don't know. And now, yes, it's been like really, really complimented on me. Now, I don't know. I don't know if people really pick it up. It's like Flowerbomb. Like, no one has ever said, "Hey, are you wearing Flowerbomb?" Unless I tell them. But you know, it's just gorgeous. You cannot really go wrong with this one. See, like it's almost gone. Although I have stopped using it because, like I said, it's been a little bit overused. I've gotten a little bit tired of it. I own a 30 milliliter version of it, and I don't think I will need any more of it because, yes, it takes me to a place in time, one of my first ones, but yeah, that's kind of my story with it, where I will end it. You know, it's just gorgeous fragrance, but currently I'm like, I need something else, right? So moving on. Now, this is not my favorites list, as Flowerbomb isn't really my favorite, but this next one on fourth place used to be my sorta signature. I mean signature. Why sorta? Because it's been discontinued. Yes, it's been discontinued, and I am terribly, terribly sad about it. It's such a gorgeous fragrance. I don't know why would they discontinue it. Like, it's so doesn't make sense. Like, why do they discontinue fragrances that are really loved? Maybe that's because I'm just, I don't know, emotionally tied to it or whatever, but it is Burberry Her Intense. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. I bought like 30 ml version. Wait, is this 30 ml? No, it's, sorry, it's 50 ml version. Ah, man, this is such a good fragrance. Like, it's just fruits. It's just fruits. Sweet fruits with a little bit of sweetness under from benzoin and jasmine, but sweetie, like the dark, you know, the dark fruits is what I'm getting. Not the playful strawberry like I get in just Burberry Her version. This intense one is literally where it's at. It's the perfect spot. It's really the perfect spot. But they discontinuing it. I just can't understand it. And it's became my signature because I used to wear it so much. People started, like, I have gotten a comment on it one time where this woman in a where I used to work smell this scent before I even showed up, because it left a trail as I passed by. And when she caught up to me, she said like, I knew it's you. I knew it, I smelled you. I instantly like recognized that it's you. And I'm like, damn, that's such a nice compliment. People like, it, it smelled so recognizable and unique on you that people are like, hey, this scent, I know who it is. I know who this is. So really, really, this fragrance is absolutely amazing. If you can grab it, I would highly recommend that you grab a bottle of it. Now, some people may not like it because it's really berry, like really berry fruit fragrance, but although it's really expensive now to get it, you know, it's been discontinued and been replaced with Burberry Elixir. But it's another story. Try to get it because, man, this one is a bomb. Now, on the third spot, we have a fragrance that is also really famous. It's also really classic. I think everybody has had it. Just like Flowerbomb, everybody has had this one, or tried it, or at least. It's none other than Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. Man, this fragrance, it's so clean. It is so clean. Not fresh clean, but like, you're just this clean person. I don't know how to describe it, because like, in fact, one compliment or comment, I should say, that got me like, when I wore it one time, and this one woman was like, did you showered? Because you smell freshly showered. And yes, it kind of smells like freshly showered person, in a way that you use some really good, damn clean, nice, rich shower gel, and eventually put on a fragrance. Like, it's just so amazing. Like, it's so clean. It is a little bit soapy. That's why I think it's a showery, fresh fragrance. But I mean, like, I think if you want a staple, like if you want your little collection of your staple fragrances, I think this one might be what you should get. Also, there is an intense version, which I also absolutely love, but this one also dries down on a little bit on a sweeter side, patchouli-ish side. Yeah, I mean, Coco Mademoiselle Chanel is like, it's a masterpiece. Also, a little bit overdone. Everybody has had it, everybody has tried it, but I mean, it's most complimented for a reason. Like, there's just a reason for it, right? So, moving on to number 2. This one, it's like, I think, I don't know, no, doesn't need an introduction, but it's the Delina Exclusif by Parfums de Marly, the Exclusif version. You guys, I don't like roses fragrances that often, and I usually tried to avoid them because I'm not a fan of roses, but this has been masterfully done. Masterfully done. If you're on a gourmand side, but flowery side, creamy side, sweeter, this is a beast. The performance of it is amazing. By the way, performance of all of these fragrances on the list is a top notch. I mean, a classic list basically. But this one, the projection, the performance, the how it long lasts for hours and hours, and kind of just keep getting better as it goes on. It's wild. It's like wine, you know. The more you have it on yourself, the better it smells. But if you take a rose and put it through like this rich vanilla cream with some sprinkles on top, that's how this smells, you guys. Now, the reaction from people I have seen while I wore this fragrance is entertaining, to say the least. Men, women, they were onto me. Like, you guys, I was in a train one time and a guy just had to tell me, like, damn, what is this smell? It smells gorgeous. And I was like, not used to receiving compliments from men, especially in public, but I guess, I don't know, this one does something. Also, it's really, really nice wintry fragrance. Like, it's really cozy. Like, this wintry nights and stuff, like, going out, perfect, perfect, perfect. I mean, the bottle, the everything. This one is really a story for itself. It's really, really, I don't know. It enters the room before you enter, but in a good way. The impression that this one makes is, damn, all like one of the top-notch fragrances out there. Now, this one, I have experienced a lot of positive feedback, even more than Delina Exclusif, which is strange, but it's the Mon Guerlain Intense by Guerlain. I have the Intense version. Just like roses, I am also not a fan of lavender. For example, lavender in Ariana Grande fragrance, REM, I think it has lavender, and I'm not a fan of that type of lavender. But this one is masterfully done, you guys. It's so sweet lavender. It is so cozy. It is such, it dresses you in such a vibe. You feel like you're the boss of the world when you wear this fragrance. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding, actually. It has this darkish vibe, like it has YSL Libre Intense. They kind of, in my opinion, they share the similar, this dark, mysterious-ish vibes. But I prefer this one from the Libre Intense. This one is like, get it. I'm not kidding. This winter, you need to own this one. Like, if you want to smell like you're not a boss in an intimidating way, but like a boss that people are in like they respect you. And honestly, it's also flirtatious. It's not like go away from me vibe like the Libre Intense has. This one is more like, I could have you, but I won't. I could have you anytime I want, but currently I'm sticking to myself vibe. I don't know if that makes sense, kind of sounds weird, but like, I could have anyone I want, but no, I'm not in the mood. I'm just happy with myself. Like, this fragrance is really, really I'm happy with myself, who I am as a person, This is the vibe of this fragrance. Like, it's just emancipated. It's like, damn. Also, like the Delina, this one, the longer you wear it throughout the day, it gets closer to you, of course, like the skin, but the vanilla, the sweetness comes a little bit more up. The lavender goes ever so slightly down, but it just also gets better. Like I always have to like re-sniff myself throughout the day because damn. And also like you're randomly doing something and the sniff of this comes up your nose and you're like, damn, I forgot, like, damn, I'm that bitch. This is that fragrance. Now I have to sorry, I have to include a fragrance that is one of my favorite that also used to be a signature of sorts even before the Burberry Hair Intense, and that is also discontinued, which I'm also terribly sad about it, but I have to move on, and it's the Marc Jacobs Decadence. You see how there's such a tiny amount of juice in it that I'm holding on for dear life. I also lost the cap. The bottle with the cap is a little bit obnoxious, it's a little bit kitsch, but honestly, it was a serve. This fragrance, you guys. Men loved this fragrance, but men were also afraid. In a way that I've gotten some comments that I smell a little bit like if a resting bitch face had a fragrance, it would have been this one. That's how the feedback that I have received. Also, if you watched the ad for this fragrance, it was with Adrenalima, really dark, dark Adrenalima. It's like personification. I'm so sad that it got discontinued, and by the time I realized it's been discontinued, I couldn't find it. And when I could, the price was over the top. It's so sad. If you have it, treasure it, like the Burberry Intense one. If you can get it, try to get it, but be careful to get it from a reputable source, that it's not fake, being sold at a higher price. So yeah, it's like a really honorable mention that I had to include, because damn, it's such a shame that the fragrances like this are being discontinued, right? So that concludes my 5 list of most complimented fragrances. Now, I think mostly women, of course, are gonna resonate with this list. If you are a man and wanna try to dive into some fragrances that are labeled for as feminine, I think these are pretty safe, except that you can't really get these two right now. But you could get the elixir version of this one, which is also a good option. But yeah, be bold, try to dive in some other sides, see how it resonates with you. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Also, women, don't be afraid to try some men. Although I have seen women more often than men wear masculine fragrances. So, women are not that tied to stereotype when it comes to fragrances as much as men are. But yeah, if you really want to explore that side, I really encourage you to do so. And so if you stuck around for this video and seen some of your favorites, feel free to comment down below, and hopefully see you guys in my next videos. Who knows? I hope to make more of these. Thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.